Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, let's explore a generator called metal edgeware. So one thing you should remember when you're using generators is you need to bake the textures, because that is going to be the source of information for generators to work. So go to the texture set settings and bake mesh maps and then bake it. This model is already baked with maps, so you could able to see the world space normal, the curvature map, the position map, the thickness map and all. So I'll be coming to the material section and then start creating a couple of layers. So first layer I'm going to create is going to be um, a chrome. So I'm going to increase the metal attribute and then make it slightly rough, and in height you can use any texture. So I'm going to use the dirt texture, black and white spot texture, and let's repeat that to 3, and then go to the height and then reduce the opacity of it. Just keep it subtle like that. Okay, so that's the texture what I have got here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a new layer on top of it, and then this should have a normal mode in the height, and then slightly crank up the height value, and then just give some color to it. So I'm going to give a dark color, so this should be fine. Okay, now I've got two layers. One is your metal layer and another one is the paint layer. So what I'm going to do is select the base layer, put a mask on top of it, and in mask we will take a generator. So in generator we have this generator called metal edgeware. So I'm going to choose that, and then you should able to see I've got this edges are painted, and the rest of the thing is, so it's identifying the edges using the curvature map what we had. So we can randomize it if we don't like the placement of it, and we have the inverse of it. So the total object is nice painted, and the wear and tear can be seen only in the curvature section. So you have wear level which can be controlled, and then you can start increasing the slider there. So you can start picking that as per the requirement, and you can make it soft or you can put it contrast. That gives the strength of the paint. The paint might be very thick, so if this is light, it gives you a thick layer of paint. So it completely changes the look of the paint material in itself. So we have triplanar. Now what is triplanar is, we have this grunge here. This grunge is a texture which is projected on the model on UV space, but if you use a triplanar, it projects from 3 different planes, making it look seamless. So I'm going to reduce or increase the triplanar contrast, and you should able to see here there is a so I'm going to change the contrast value. You should able to see a line here where the planes are meeting. So triplanar contrast will sort of blend them, and you get a seamless texture no matter what the UVs are. So triplanar is a very useful thing in that. So you can put the grunge amount, or you can remove the grunge amount if you wanted, and the texture size can also be controlled. Okay, and let's say if you don't like the grunge what you have used, So you can use your custom grunge by setting this to on. So when you say I want to use the custom grunge, I need to switch this option on and then go down, and then here we have custom grunge input section. So click there and then use any grunge map you like. So I'm using a pattern so that I can clearly show what's really happening there. So you can control the tile size, you can control all the attributes which that texture is holding up. Okay, and we have the edge smoothness, which is it's not controlling the size here, so I'll switch it off and then come to the edge smoothing, and you should able to see there's a nice fall off. And then you have ambient occlusion, which is the the regions where the light doesn't reach from the ambience. So it is like this. I'll show you ambient occlusion. This black region is where the light doesn't reach actually. Okay, so that ambient occlusion section, what you have here, can be a control. You should able to see that. So that's ambient occlusion masking. And you have curvature weight. So you don't want the curvature wear and tear, you can avoid using that also. And we have lastly micro details, and micro details controls are there, but what are micro details? Any map you can use it here. We have two types. One is micro height and micro normal. So height will expect an alpha map, normal will expect a normal map. So if I am using micro height, and then I need to go down, and then in micro height I need to connect a texture. Again I'm going to use some unique pattern where I could see it. I should able to see I've got this options, not this one, maybe here. So you have this options here. So what all options that texture is holding, you have that only. So you have 45 degrees and tiles control, so you can use them. And then if you go here, we have standard, you got Sobel, you got smooth, which is the way this curvature is defined, and it's the interpolation of the cavity to the curvature. So which type of cutting you want, it will generally apply. So you have the curvature intensity, that adds that nice extra detail to the object. So you have height density also, so it looks very organic, like as if it was already painted. This is second coat and this is wearing off. So you got the effect on the height map in terms of ambient occlusions. Okay, so you should able to see that's adding that very organic detail. You can keep changing the textures and then see what's really working. And we have micro normal, and in that case you need to come down to the normal section and then choose the normal map. So I need to pick a normal map which is having sort of loop, so that I can generally use them. So you should able to see that effect there. So this is the textures. Okay. So you have the settings here, which you can control, and it will affect the grunge, will respect that curvature also, the curvature intensity. So let me just So only few options are working in this case. Intensity is not, yeah, it's working. Earlier it was not showing up. So that's edge effect, the metal edge wear does. So it is a specialized mask generator for using for metal edge wear. Now good thing is you can select these two layers, press Ctrl C, then come here and paste it, then come here and paste it, and it generally gives that effect to all these objects what you have. So if you would have done this in your traditional painting method, it would have taken ages, and that's the power of Substance Painter for you.